Well, Christmas is over. Who knows how long I plan on keeping this tree up. Frankly, it's too pleasant to not leave up at least a little longer. Plus, it's something of a tradition of my mom and her mom to artificially extend the lifespan of the holidays. Along with this, though, this year yielded another tradition that's lied dormant for a little over a decade, I guess. A new game system from Santa Claus himself.
Wait a minute. A new game system? The unkempt head and facial hair? The fact that he hasn't showered in 3 days? Is the Noosk a gamer?
Well, not quite.
Roll the intro.
So I'm not so much a gamer as I am some guy who likes video games. At one point, I might have been able to claim gamership, gamerhood, virgin dweebliness, back when I was sinking hours and hours of my life into the Wii and PS3 when those things were new. After that, though, I would game less and less, hyperfixating on 1 or 2 games over the course of like 4 or 5 years.
Oh shit, I didn't even know I had this.
While occasionally dipping my toes into whatever version of COD was new, you know, just to like be able to play stuff with my friends. These days, though, what little gaming I do is, by all accounts, retro. That's a Wii U. A Wii U. I mean, arguably that was retro when I got it because the Switch was either right around the corner or already out for like a year. I actually don't remember when I got it. No matter what time it was obsolete. Anyway, though, this touch and go relationship I have with this particular art form as an actual participant and not just like this pop cultural thing that determines what kind of content I consume on YouTube is why this game system that I got from Sani, Sant Nikolai, Ante Krampus, is an ideal piece of machinery for moi. To give further context for what you're looking at, here's a Pop Pocket that I released earlier this year prior to the Plus's release. Atari has announced a modern recreation of this iconic gaming system, which will include a multi-pack cartridge with 10 classic titles, and will even be fully compatible with original 2600 and 7200 releases. How convenient and compact. Thanks, me. Enough dilly-dallying, though. Much as dilly-dallying is in my name, as anyone 2015 and after felt the need to point out to me because they saw a Budweiser commercial.
Dilly dilly.
Dilly dilly!
Fuck Budweiser. Let's get to the reason why we're all here, to unpack some shit, party like it's 1977, and have fun. First things first. Let's talk about this shirt. I have never seen something so titanic, so earth-shaking, so next level over Pong. In the context of itself, yeah, Atari was very game-changing. Pun. I keep making that same exact pun over and over again, never noticing till after I say it. You can look at this period, this event, as such, an event, an influential event in the timeline of video games, and yet, it's Pong. Anyway, let's do this. So the best way we can describe my taste in video games is the same way you can describe my taste in anything. My taste in chairs. This was on the side of a road among 20, 30 identical chairs. They were secondhand from a church, and just judging by the looks of it, the fact that the cardboard underneath is falling off, the wood aged, scratched, and the discoloration at the top of this cushion right here. This is a vintage-ass chair. I'm confident enough to say that it's probably from like the 80s. I think you can find poetic parallels between that anecdote and this anecdote, where thing is old, me likey. This is probably the closest thing to an unboxing I've ever done on this channel, and frankly, I'm excited about that. Let's open this shit up. One thing that surprised me off the bat was how small this box is. I was expecting like a full-scale model for some reason. Out of all the specs that I looked up about the 2600 Plus, the size was not one of them. This fucking ratchet-ass GorillaPod cinematography. Uh-oh. My arch nemesis, the tape tab. I'm going to carve you open for the succulent meat on the inside. Ooh. Oh, what a silky smooth open. That is a neato torpedo right there. The new Atari 2600 Plus promises to take you back to 1911-7. When was this? 77, that's when the Star War happened, 77. It's also the year that Mark Bolan of T-Rex passed away. It's also the year television's album Marquee Moon came out. What else happened in 77? Who died? What came out? 77. Bio, find a piece of pop culture from 77 that you find cool or interesting and just slap that shit right here. Damn, that's cool. No, it's light, it's compact, and yet it feels like a 2600. Having handled several actual 2600s in my time, it feels good. But now for the real perverted shit, we're gonna...
Can I take a look at my joystick?
Where's the real puzzle is figuring out how this shit opens. Ooh, look, cartridge alert. Yeah, so what's unique about this 10-in-1 cartridge is that there's a series of switches, and each game included on the cart is accessed by putting in a different code. The cart codes are right on the front. Maybe you have to look in a mirror while you're inputting it so you can actually read it while you're putting it in, but I'm looking forward to that. It's like an Egyptian puzzle piece. One of the most iconic things ever. You look at this and you're just like, video game. You look at any cartoon where there's a video game. Doesn't matter how modern or contemporary it's trying to be with the story. This is probably what the controller looks like. Look, QR code. That's some truly Martian shit. That would freak out actual inhabitants of the 1970 way. That was a normal sentence I just said. I adore that logo. I came really, really close to buying some like designer clothing, like jackets and sweatpants, you know, joggers, even hats. I'll poo-poo stuff like Supreme and pretty much any Zoomer-related clothing that costs an entire nation or family. And yet I look at this thing and it activates that part of my brain where it's like, yes, it does kind of look like Supreme with those colors, which is ironic, but Supreme costs like 2 or 3 times as much.
What?
Ain't nobody gonna be talking about Supreme except maybe like ironically in a matter of decades. This came out in the 70s and people are still talking about it with endearment. And now for the piece de resistance, we got this guy. This here additional cart and paddle controllers. It's got Breakout, it's got Night Driver, Canyon Bomber, Video Olympics. Probably gonna play that first once we get this hooked up. Surgical precision, as to not scratch the cardboard too much, because when you're a collector-brained idiot like me, scratches and blemishes on the packaging triggers the fuck out of your DNA. Yeah, Breakout definitely has the most aesthetically appealing box card full, and we're back. Anyway, let's take a look at these paddle controllers. Look at them beautiful fellas. Nice, friendly, law-abiding pair of doodos. Now that I've got everything unpacked, I guess I might as well figure out how I'm gonna plug this thing in. Let's get to it. Okay, so after a few false starts, I've got this thing up and running. These things are so smooth and satisfying to use because this is HDMI. I'm assuming there's a bit of latency going on. I would like to give it a full test drive in a proper analog Atari, but for the sake of novelty, I am at least 2/3 erect right now. I'm gonna go ahead and switch this to 4x3 just to see what it looks like. Hey, this looks like my last 2 videos. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Video Olympics has a bunch of variants of Pong. I believe there's versions between you and the computer as well. And back in the early 80s and late 70s, I'm sure just diddling with these things made one feel like a god. Here we go. Ah! Look, I'm playing with myself. Oh, Lord. I don't know what the hell what are you doing? It gets stuck at the bottom. I'm so confused. I gotta reset this. Now you're probably thinking, Nooski, what sense did it make? What was practical about playing a multiplayer game right after you hooked up the console? That is a great question. Fuck you. Let's play Breakout. God. Terrifying. Was that the first jump scare in gaming history? Oh, another great feature about the 2600. You can play in black and white. Now this is completely flush with my branding and Bio's branding. Ain't that some shit? Anyway, let's switch it back to color. Play some Breakout. This game sucks. These are the kind of sounds that you should play at full blast, especially if you live with other people in the same building. All right. This is my gamer face. I'm gonna win now. I didn't win. Well, I wanted novelty. I'm getting novelty. This thing's doing everything I wanted it to do. It'll surely provide me with hours and hours of epic gameplay action. I can use it as background footage. I can use it as its own footage. I might use game footage for videos or something, but I'll cross those bridges when I come to them. I think the only appropriate thing to do to end this particular video is to play one of the wag-along, wiggle-waggle joystick games. And what better one to play than Adventure? I've never played Adventure. I don't know what that shit's about. I'm going in completely blind. We can only hope that my instincts as an epic gamer, while many, many years asleep, will reactivate. 1 is indeed the loneliest number. If you're watching this mess and you're like, I ain't learning dang ass anything from this video about this system, it's not really the point of it. The point was to open up a cool thing and play it and pretend like I was 15 again, opening a new game system. If you want a more in-depth view of this particular console, I recommend someone else.
Actually, yeah, Coach Troy Retro, you should go subscribe to him. He's like an actual retro gamer who like collects this stuff and has way more to say about this than I do.
Let's do this. So, what? Oh, I had no idea this was the kind of game where you're playing as a square. So, that definitely looks like a locked gate, which will no longer be locked because I got this key. Key, there we go. Okay, well, hitting the button drops the key. Do I actually? Now I'm legitimately confused. All right, so I've got a sword. Now I'm green. I always knew it would end like this. Oh God. So that actually scared the shit out of me. That was one of the most known sprites in all of gaming. I first saw it in Homestar Runner.
I'm gonna get this freaking duck away from me!
Everyone called it a duck, but it's supposed to be a dragon. So I'm gonna go slay this dragon, do my ancestors proud. Oh, it's gone. I bullshitted for too long. Did I miss my opportunity to slay it? I am legitimately at a loss. This is so cryptic. This is really gonna push my knowledge as a gamesman to the limits. And now I'm in a maze. I didn't think I was in a maze, but I'm in a maze. I've just exited said maze. Oh God. Figuring out how this fucking game works could be a video in itself. Wow. I had no idea. And not to mention, I still don't know if this is a sword or what. Oh God. Okay. That dragon was definitely guarding a key. A key to what? I don't know. I still don't even know what I'm supposed to do with this thing. Maybe it kills the dragon? All right. Here comes me. Oh shit! Oh! Stop! I got it! What do I do with this key though? Oh, I go in here. That's what I do. But key is black. Area is black. Key no go in area? Maybe I have to hold it a certain direction. Okay, that's great to know actually. So, get off me. That was weird. What does this do? I am truly mystified by this thing. Do I wear it? That looks me-shaped. What do you think? That looks me-shaped. Here we go. Oh! Oh shit! Oh, criminy! Oh god! Is that thing gonna chase me all the way out? Wait, I was supposed to have a chalice. Did I leave with the key instead? Oh god! Oh, this is horrifying. Oh no, 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 fuck you. I have to hit him with this thing. Is the purple thing trying to kill me now? I got it. I'm just picking everything up. Oh god, what the fuck do I do? What the fuck am I supposed to do with all of this? No, I don't want the key. That's the most useless thing of them all. I want purple thing. Let's go purple thing, which is consistently purple area to area. That's what I like most about it. Where's the, oh god. That dragon's pissed that I took that glowy cup. It's really, really mad that I took its baseball trophy. It's good to know that What's happening? Did I get 8? Did Sir Squares-a-Lot get 8? I think the game's over. Okay, so what did we learn, children? We learned that duck dragons are scary. It gives new meaning to the term Duck Dynasty. That was the duck, this is the dynasty, and we're just living in it. This was super fun. I really appreciate the fact that they made the console again in this particular way, because I've played some Atari flashback consoles in the past. They've usually been gifted to like older relatives of mine, and then it's like available to play at like parties and stuff. But to really have a console that you could pop cartridges in, like that's so fun, and it gives you a more authentic experience as a retro gamesman. I'm not really sure when I'll talk about this particular thing next, but this just felt like something different, kind of expand the topics I can talk about on this channel, while also giving my boy an opportunity to harness my chaotic energy and make something that hopefully entertains y'all. So shout out to Bio for editing this. Additional shout out to my other homie, Sister Zio, for the lens that I've been using in this. This has actually been a maiden voyage for the pancake, as it's called in the DSLR community. Yeah, it's been given a different focal character to my footage, and I'm looking forward to using it in future stuff, the not so distant future too. Here's the final cliffhanger. If and when I do talk about this game system by itself as the topic for a video, I'm gonna do it with the following product as the focal point, and this is a great little collector's item. Mr. Run and Jump. This is the 2600 remake of a known and acclaimed indie game. As I covered in my Pop Pocket at the beginning, I thought it would be really cool to make original software for this thingamajig. Whether or not it's successful enough to warrant more of them remains to be seen, but money well spent, just because it's smexy looking, it's retro looking, and I'm holding it, and that makes a part of myself that I rarely make appeals to pretty damn happy. This makes me happy. We could use a little bit more of that. How the fuck do I end this?